Good morning, students. Your Anjana ma'am is back here with the science lessons of class 4, chapter 5, adaptation in plants. Students, till now we have learnt about adaptations of the terrestrial plants. Today, let us learn about some interesting adaptations of insectivorous plants. What are insectivorous plants? Some plants also eat insects. Why? Some plants grow in soil that does not contain enough nutrients. To get the required nutrients, these plants trap and eat insects. Such plants are called insectivorous plants. You know, plants make their own food by the help of air, water and sunlight. Along with water, they take nutrients from the soil. But in some places, the plants do not get enough nutrients from the soil. To get the nutrients, they trap and eat insects. They are known as insectivorous plants. Example, the Venus flytrap has a trap at the end of its leaf. Look here. Here is the trap at the end of its leaf. This is the leaf. It is in two parts. This consists of two halves of the leaf joined at the midrib. Here is the midrib. In the midrib, you know the middle vein, that is called the midrib. Here it is joined. When an insect sits on it, it is shown in the figure, the two halves close. They close the two halves and the trapped insect is then digested. Why do the plants digest it? For getting the nutrients which it does not get from the soil. The peacher plant has leaves that looks like a peacher. See, peacher means a container with leaves. This container has a liquid inside. Insects that fall into the container are trapped and digested. So whenever any insect comes and sits in the container, it takes it inside and digests it with the help of the liquid that is present inside it. Did you understand? Now let us learn about aquatic plants. You know what are aquatic plants? Plants that grow in water. More than 3/4 of our planet is covered by water. Plants growing in aquatic habitats have different adaptations depending on where they grow in the water. There are 3 types of aquatic plants. So, let us learn about the different types of aquatic plants, the plants that grow in water. First, we will learn about floating plants. Some plants like duckweed, water hyacinth and water lettuce float on water. They are called floating plants. So, what are floating plants? The plants that float on water. They will not sink. What are their adaptation? Some of their adaptations are the stems are light and filled with air. So, the plants can float easily because it is light. The leaves are filled with air to help them float. The stomata are on the upper side of the leaves. You know, generally the leaves have stomata on the lower side of the leaves. But in the water plants, the stomata, why? They are the small holes for breathing of the leaves. They take in the carbon, for making food, they take the carbon dioxide and they also release water for transpiration. All these are done by the stomata. They are on the upper side. In the aquatic plant, they are on the upper side of the leaves. And long roots that hang free in the water take in nutrients and help the plant to stay upright. So, these floating plants, they have long roots. And these roots hang free in the water for taking the nutrients, and that helps the plant to stay upright. That means straight. Now we will learn about fixed plants. Some plants like the lotus and water lily are fixed in the soil under the water. They are fixed to the soil under the water. They are known as fixed plants. So, unlike the duckweed and the water hyacinth, these plants are fixed. The name of the fixed plants are lotus, water lily. And what are their adaptations? Most of the plant is above water. See the plant, we can see it. The plants have long, thin stems that are flexible and hollow to withstand the force of water. When water is flowing over them, the plant will stay like this only, because they can withstand the force of water. With the force the water flows, nothing will happen to the plant. And the leaves are broad and flat and have a waxy coating so that water does not stay on them. So these leaves, they have a waxy coating. They are quite broad. Have you seen the lotus leaf? They are very wide. Why? So that they can easily stay on the water and the water does not accumulate on them, so they have waxy coating, and the stomata are on the upper side of the leaves for the leaves to breathe. Now let us learn about underwater plants. Some plants like the hydrilla, tape grass and turtle grass grow fully under the water. Look at this picture. They are underwater turtle grass. They grow inside the water. They are known as underwater or submerged plants. So what is the other name of underwater plants? Yes, submerged plants. Some of their adaptations are given below. Underwater plants have flexible stems. So the stems are flexible. You can easily bend them. Their roots are not well developed since they do not have to search for water. So their roots are not developed so well because the roots, what is the function of the roots? Also, they do not need to look for water. They are inside the water only. The leaves are thin, narrow and pointed. Look at these leaves, thin, narrow and pointed. The narrow leaves allow for the free flow of water. So, the water can easily flow over these leaves. Nothing will happen to the plant. Most of them do not have stomata. What is the function of stomata? For breathing by the leaves. And here the leaves are under the water, so they do not need to breathe in the same way as the terrestrial plants. So they do not have stomata. And these plants carry out photosynthesis with the help of the sunlight that filters through the water. But these plants are also green in color. Why? So they carry out photosynthesis, that is, they make food for themselves. How? With the help of the sunlight that filters through the water. So, did you understand this chapter, students? I hope this chapter is clear to you. So, we will learn more in the next class. Now, let us look at stop and check, a plant that floats freely on top of water. You know the names now. You can write duckweed, D-U-C-K-W-E-E-D. A plant that floats on water but whose roots are fixed in the soil below the water. Lotus, yes, L-O-T-U-S, or water lily. A plant that grows completely underwater. Tape grass, T-A-P-E-G-R-A-S-S. So, let us learn for today this much only. We will continue in the next class. Thank you and have a nice day.